Shalom, shalom, shalom. My check, shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace and greetings, peace and greetings, peace and greetings. My check, shalom, shalom. What this is about here, something just happened. All right. Look at me doing something here. All right. Let's see if I can invite somebody here. Request. Hold on 1 minute. Trying to get this together real quick. My check, my check, my check, my check. Mic is on, mic is on. Let me see my mic, unsee my mic. All right. Should I tweet? Mic check, mic check. All right, the mic is on. I don't even know if this thing is recording. Let's see. Okay, we're recording. All right, this is your Kim Fogo, Zero More. The real. Okay, good morning. Excuse me. This one is about the lockdown. Nobody's paying attention to. Everybody's forgetting about those guillotines Barack Obama ordered and all those rounds they ordered. Is it me or is anybody else can feel the squeeze coming on? There's a squeeze coming on. There's a squeeze coming on. Or is it just me? For some reason now, all of a sudden, everybody just started to talk about who's real friends and who's not real friends. We're not even get about that. We're not going to even get about that. Let's look at the vanity in the black community. When I mean black community, I don't mean the hood. I mean those who pride themselves on being black, African, and American, and what it means to be black, born in America. Also, what it means to be a white American. You know what I'm saying? You get white American and you get black African American. There's something missing here. The white American don't have a home. He never had a home. That's why he can't go back. See, if the white American went back to England, he lived just like the black African American. You understand this? You have to look at the other side of the coin. You can't stay one side of the coin and say, hey, this is the best side. You can't. You can't. We're going to start with white America first and how you became black African American. The European, prior to being a German, prior to being a Roman, uh, he was something else. We don't have the same DNA. We don't have the same DNA. The white man and the black man don't have the same DNA. And it's obvious, white, black. They're both colors, but their functions are different. And you can't mix white and black, but then you get a what? A gray nigger. And so now if you look at modern day, you get white African American, and now you have black African American. And they all on a nigga shit. But see the picture? The thing is, do you see the picture? White America didn't have a home. All right, let's go from the future to the back. Let's time travel. Those that can do that. This is not personal. I am Jose Omar, the host of this thing here. We do not support any hate of any type that is unrighteous. You cannot be ignorant and speak upon certain things and use certain words and use them in your black or white context. It has to be in an intellectual context where you can prove your words and prove and validate why you're even mentioning these things. Let's speed on. I showed y'all the name things where it says 1700s natives, nigger, that, blah, blah, blah. In the 1700s, the white man was not European. He wasn't noble. He wasn't a businessman. He wasn't nothing. He was a piece of meat. He was commodity. He was a slave himself. The Pelican enslaved their own color, not because of the color, because they wasn't the same clan or part of the same part of the same barbarian community. And so with the clans and the barbarian community and the tribes of these Europe of these Pelican, of course they had their slaves. And on the other side of the map, same thing with the black man and his society. That was my remix. That was my remix, folks. You know, so now, get this. You get this picture, man. The words ain't gonna make sense unless the words fit a picture in your mind. If you're not getting the picture, you might as well get off and go find you something else to do. If you don't get the picture, let's rock with it. Now, in this picture, you see a whole bunch of pale skinned people. All right, out there getting killing each other, eating and maiming and passing off all types of abominable things. They form a feud or feudalism and become a European nation. And they decide to take all the slaves and the degenerates and make them build their city states and whatever and create laws around these things. Now, they take these same slaves and somebody come up with an idea and say, hey, there's some other people across these waters. We'll use these slaves, give them uh, motivation to die for their freedom over there instead of dying for no freedom here in Europe. And so, as a prisoner of war, they're thinking. I would love to go over here and kill motherfuckers that I don't know if I'm going to be mistreated here by people that I don't know but are over. But somewhere in my heart, I want to be treated fair. So now we have pilgrim. And so with this Babylonian theory coming from the Greco-Roman society, they found a way to control the masses called the Bible, written by what? Their hybrid King James and whoever, black Greeks, black Romans, black Europeans, black Eurasians, from other societies got together and said, hey, we want a piece of that land too. More. We want a piece of that too. And since they already had an agreement called the Moors and the Wild Men history, the Moads or the Moors or the Amorites and the Hittites was already friends with the wild men or the dog people or the god. This is how the word God and dog got synonymous because it became a title. I make this little feed called Mr. Sweet Like Sweet. All right, capitalistic.com. Mr. Sweet Like Sweet is about this my cat, and I had a kitten that I named Pussy, and he looks just like her. Except she had more spots, more like spots than stripes. And because all my dogs get stolen, I'm not going to jail for no dogs. I was just supposed to take my freedom for dogs. I wasn't going to kill nobody for no dogs, whatever. You know, I'm just not going to do it. If you needed them that bad, to still them and and you don't want to breed and work with me, then cool. You needed that shit. You know, everything I do is a hobby. You know what I mean? It's just a hobby. Everything I do is a hobby. My job is to be Hosea Omar. Hosea ancient Aramaic, salvation. Omar ancient Aramaic, speech, weathers. Because I get to weather this shit life. I got to go through the storm. I got to go through this shit. And that's HOW, how. If you ever seen y'all starting to say HOW, how? That's Hosea Omar weather. Salvation speaks through this bullshit. Speaks through the weather. And weather. So now, and that was an intimate moment. It's my fault. Because the truth. You know? Let me slide off a little bit. You know that feeling when you know you should be doing something a whole lot better? You ever get that feeling where you can see yourself being able to speak something to a couple other people to make a positive change for the globe, for all mankind and womankind? Not kind, but for all men and all women, and respect for all kinds, and appreciate the difference in the women, the men, and the kind purpose on the planet. And say, hey, that ain't my kind of lane, but you're good at it, happy hustle. Now let's go against my process. Get in when you fit in. What is that there? Lockdown. Look out the copy. And this is not going to be a whole 3-hour video. I just want to drop some. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know what I mean? That's all this is about. This is that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've been thinking about this and getting into this, and I forgot about that back there. Let's look in the rear view. Put your rearview mirror. Let's look in the rearview real quick. Look back up. Shit. Looking at a cigarette. I'm gonna say this phrase, and then we're gonna jump into lockdown. 1985, and this is where I get upset about big meals with anybody from Philadelphia. Anybody that says they are about the people, this is what, if I was going to be personally upset, would be this right here. Nobody stretched that lawsuit of the children, our brother and sister Africa, of the MOVE movement, 1985 bomb movement. MOVE movement, when they literally bombed them. They bombed a whole community of so-called black people. Did nothing wrong but protect their shit and get bombed. This is how I know that every so-called black man and black woman that don't mention that is a devil. All that you saying is selfish. All that you saying don't mean shit because it means you're a coward. You're a fucking coward. I said that. You're a fucking coward. Because you know if you do exactly what the MOVE movement do, they're going to kill your ass. And you're scared to die. So you know what you do? You stretch the shit till while you having fun on this planet and hope somebody else will do it. You say, okay, you pulled that shit up, not me. I really don't be scared to do that shit. I enjoy the money. I enjoy it. I'm living my best. Hold that thought. 1985 movement. All this rap shit. Everybody wanted bling bling. One that near bitch ass motherfucker take 5 million, go to the fucking government and say, here, I want to pay for equal rights on this fucking planet. You bitch ass nigga. That's why I'm gonna do it. If I get the money, I'm gonna do that my motherfucking self. I gotta go up there with a briefcase, my motherfucking self, and say, listen here, Mr. President. You go up to the UN. Listen here, motherfuckers. Here's the fucking money. We out. Time to go. Exodus, nigga. I remember that shit when I was talking about that. Exodus is coming. And guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna be locked down here in corporate America in its dungeon. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. They're replacing the good Hebrew Muslim that ain't supposed to be here, send them back and leave you Israelites here. That's why you niggas is called Israelites. And Ishmael, like, that's why you hear too much about Ishmael. You know why? Because he became Islam. Ismael. Is the moon God? Islam. Israel is the sun God. See, you motherfuckers worship the moon and the sun. It's in the fucking name. Ma and Ra. As in Ka. Ma Ra Ka. The what? Moon sun spirit. You motherfuckers, man. Lockdown, right? Or we say Ramaka. Ramaka. Moon sun spirit. And that's we already knew this already. But as the language, as the flow was coming, the frequency, I'm getting that with you right now. We do not condone recreational drug use. If you fucked up, back hurt, shit all fucked up, and you're going through a psychosis, and that weed or whatever you need that's gonna keep you like, all right, motherfucker, reset. Get up and get on your game, get on your job. Most High said everything is good, even the beast, even the pale skin, even the black man. He said it's all good. And the reason why he said don't eat from the tree of what? Good and knowledge, motherfuckers, because you made it personal. If I said it's all good, who the fuck is you to change my shit, nigga? Niggas, Mr. and Mrs. Clowntastic. So he created these guys called Romans out of the bitch idea or the female or male concept. And he used that concept and that spirit to rule over the whole planet, called Romans. And so now everybody lives like what? Male and female. And what y'all do? Y'all worship the sun, Jesus, and the moon and star, Islam. It's the same lockdown. So here we go again. You get scattered and trapped in Babylon. You get scattered and trapped in Egypt, Assyria. Now you're in now you're in America about to get. You ever wonder how would it feel if you had to murder your own parent or your own father or your own child because they refused to follow the Most High's will? That's a hard decision. To most people, you would say, you know what, that's fucked up though. You want to, but when you look at the universal logic, when you look ahead of yourself, you'll say that person's in the way. It's not the title. It's the future. It's the results of the day that's going to perpetuate other beauty. That's going to open up other people's gifts. But since you won't do it, I'm going to take you. I'm wiping you and your family out. Ask Judah. Look in your Bible, in your Quran, look at history. In fact, all you do is ask me because half my family's wiped out. And the rest of them is literally zombies. Literally. I'm not saying anything bad or good about them, but I'm surrounded by zombies. Literally. And this is why I say that. If you know you came to this planet with nothing, and you know this, man, you didn't have anything, you didn't have pockets in your mama's home. You didn't have pockets, man. You didn't know what was from what. Now you take a breath, and none of this is your idea now. None of this has nothing to do with you now. It's not even about you now that you're born. Now it's somebody else's expectations, desires, and design. Stop. Now, the person that birthed you, put them in the box with you, and then y'all hug each other, and then you look at their when they was a baby and say the same thing. You take that person's mother in each generation, put them all in the box, and say, "Who taught you this shit? Who mentally locked you down?" Scriptures and other things say, Babel, B-A-B, yeah, Babel, taught you. Spell. That's believing in your words. It says, "In our words breed life and death." And earlier we were talking about good and evil. But if it was all good in the beginning, then there is no life and death, and there is no good and evil, so there's no fear. Logically, that's not hard mathematics. It's not a religion. That's something that you just take time to go. You know, now I'm on a journey. If they've been lied to since Babylon, and you watch the steps of communication and what communications did to lead into the communications into the technology, i.e., cell phones and tablets, and then you see the same communication on how to move these civilizations bent according to man's own will. Where you going with that one? Because now we live in modern Bible-lonia, not Babel. We're not babbling anymore. When they wrote it down, it became Microsoft, and that's why you have Apple. And a lot of y'all clicked it when I first seen the first Apple logo. A lot of y'all had already clicked. Now, after Apple came Android. Some of y'all didn't click. Some of y'all clicked. Because now if you see the Android logo, he has a star with 2 boxes of Newports spinning his chest. So you know what that means? When you bit the apple, you became an android and your heart became digitized, i.e., black smoke, the black screen. The black screen is volcanic glass. It absorbs the chakras and it reflects to everybody else on the screen, like I'm sharing with you, your emotion, your deepest innermost feelings. And you don't have to whatever you put on is a lie. Whether you're putting on being poor, you're putting on being rich, straight, gay, whatever it is you're putting on, that volcanic glass, it exposes your emotions and your attention. That's what it's built for. The glass from the sand of light, that's why you see a reflection. That's why we see the first reflection of the sun bouncing out. Because there's two beams going on here. There's one beam bouncing in, that's saying, I can see the sunlight. But there's one beam that's taking all the UV rays, throwing that in the garbage, and taking the opposite. So we're literally being split, locked down. I had to prepare for this information and giving you the job for that. Please share this live. I hope y'all do. Please share it to be a part of your dinner table. Everything is a distraction right now. Getting gold, money, music. Hey, let's do NTS. All this, let's get money. In other words, the ideology of the American dream is still being pushed. It's one of the biggest propaganda right now. In other words, whatever you think, it's under all Americans. No matter what you, who you are, where you at, what you believe, what you don't believe. I'm talking to all of you. What's going on is all these things is distraction. Remember when they came up with the Homeland Security? I, I sent some of you guys um, uh, 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 some information on domestic terrorism, all right, and domestic violence. When you turn on the TV, what do you see every day? Domestic violence. You see the preparation. If I'm the one with the guns making the motherfucking law, right, and I'm need a new world order, I need a new reset, I need a new hustle. I'm tired of this hustle right here with these white, black, brown, and green niggas. I need some new niggas. I need to add something else to my circus. Because this is a Greco-Roman society. I have a book where it says we're going to build America like the Greco-Roman society. Thomas Edison, George Washington, the oligarchy, the Masons that tell you that if you don't go to college or if you're not a Greek like Farrakhan, if you're not a black Greek like Jesse Jackson, if you're not a black Greek like Trayvon Martin's dad, if you're not a black Greek Roman like Jay-Z, if you're not a black Greek Roman like your favorite rap artist, you should have nothing to worry about. But these are the ones who are used, which they don't know, that they're perpetuating a prison continent. That's why America has more prisons in the whole world, in the whole planet. That's why America has more prisons on the whole planet than anywhere else. So what's the next big step if you're a big thinker? If you're a globalist? And guess what? And you know Yahweh, and you know God, other people. And he knows you. When you pray like Satan, say, Satan. So Satan means accuser. So the Satanists go up here to the Most High, and he accuses the black man and the black woman, the white man and the white woman, the brown and all the green and all of you, Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. It says, look, they like our shit. They like my shit. Look at it. We're accusing them right now. But you got some here that still with you. What you want to do with them? Don't touch them because they have the seal of me on their forehead and on their hearts. But the other ones have your will with them. Lock them down, chop their heads off, disembowel them, control their children, all that. Feed them their own baby. That's not a bad motherfucking idea when you're looking from the top down. Not a bad idea. But this is Satan talking to Yahweh because his name means accuser. And if you put yourself in that same position in your family, and you're the head of the household, and somebody, the accuser, who loves you, because his name means accuser, whatever that, like Esau means hairy red. The story says he was hairy, and obviously he was bronze, like an Indian red, like one of you brothers or sisters in Bahamas, what they call Jamaica now, Trinidad, Cuba, Brazil. That Esau color is all over the planet. But they tell you what, hate the red hair. So much they taught you they hate the red hair that they made it pale skin and called it Irish, and y'all bought that hit line and sinker. Now you niggas get what? Irish wives and Irish husbands. You even got red haired friends. But as so-called black man become red hair or an Esau, he's a devil. He's this and he's that. You some wishy-washy motherfucker. Lockdown. So this is going to happen. We're watching. America has become the abomination of the past and the present and the future. Everything that went up, they didn't kill half the people on the planet. That's why there's a bunch of jobs. Duh. Nobody's speaking about that logic. Everybody's a scientist and shit like that, but nobody's talking about, hey, we all got jobs and hey, I'm hiring. We're going to hire this, but you all forgot about the people who got murdered through the pandemic. Now, whether the pandemic is real or not, I'm not saying that. So I don't want YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all that getting their panties all in the bunches like Facebook. Because now you can't say shit no more. Really. Without being blocked for 3 days or 6 months and all this shit for saying shit that is natural. But then you get motherfuckers with no clothes on, all types of dumbass shit don't have nothing to do with but million views though. Right? And this is why it's a lockdown. When the best of life is treated as the worst, that means the worst is being put in a box and led to the slaughterhouse. That's what that means by being led to the slaughterhouse. The black man and the black woman being led to the slaughterhouse. You will not be allowed to leave America. They're making laws in the UN that you cannot leave America because we watched you on video. We have your documentation that you even wrote this. We even have it that you're on video with your money like this. So even as two nations or three nations, or as the United Nations wanted to say, hey, you know what? God has touched the UN and said, let his people go, and we can't give you shit. There's not one out of a million you motherfuckers that can be trusted to do God's will. You say you will, you say you can, but you won't. You'll become just like the days of old. As Judah, Ephraim, and Nestor, your favorite King Solomon. Even David did some foul shit with some female. The Most High is anything like me. Can't stand keep giving motherfuckers a shot. Can't stand just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And then when I say hell no, now I'm the bad guy. Now I'm the bad lockdown. So all you guys who's playing like you rich and buying all these chains instead of letting your nuts hang, you're going to prison or die. You cannot get a passport. They're not giving you shit. You're gonna be stuck. And when they give you that GMO food by force, or they give you food in the jail, that's straight plastic and cardboard and sand, you're gonna look good, but your organs is gonna be fucked. You're gonna want to protect your ego and your vanity. You're gonna start robbing, stealing, killing. You'll be going into court, and they're gonna be making felonies even easier for you to get. So that means you can't get a passport to walk to Mexico, nigga. if you want to go to some of the islands that are American soil, but you don't want to be in this shit in the United States bullshit, and it may be a safe haven across the waters, and you want to use American soil to jump into another island, you can't go. Because I'm quite sure the islands that belong to Americans will be lookout posts for people who want to jump water. They can jump off, come off that post and shoot your ass with them boats. Think you leave in America. America is a slave camp. Now, it's slowly becoming a country for commercial use only. This is called corporate America, United States of England, if you didn't know. All right, this is the 411. All right, black and white, no, white America and black African America. This is a commercial country, and all of you are slaves, and you will bear the burden of all debts here, whether you fucking like it or not. Whether you like it or not. Taxpayer money, my ass. That's our whole money. Y'all are hoes. You know what you like, hoes? You like cars, clothes, money, fucking drugs. All of you do. All of you Americans. Whether you're a businessman, church, preacher, soccer mom, whatever. Dope, money, hoes, clothes is all you niggas know. When grandma becomes a hip hop artist, a pale skinned grandma, and a dark skinned grandma, and they're wearing orange hair, that's all the nigga know. When the babies look like teenagers, little 4-year olds, little 6-year olds with whether they're real tattoos or not, that's definitely called for a lockdown. This is not personal. In fact, I had to start with myself first to even be able to say this shit. This is insanity, man. And I'm sitting here watching grown ass motherfucking men and women who portray to be black is beautiful and white's all that. And all you do is this. Motherfucking watch that. This is all y'all do. Y'all parade this shit here, this Versace shit and da da da. Your little patches of stars and moons and shit. You got these fucking fruity colors that little girls used to play with. You brought you took the fun out of carnival and put it on your dickhead. Now your dickhead look like cotton candy. Now I can't eat cotton candy because I'm looking on some nigga's ass. Can't take my child to the fucking museum, whatever, because it's out here in the fucking streets already. I don't know if I'm teaching my child or if I'm scaring the fucking children. America has become a real horror show, man. And all those motherfuckers do is worry about material and then turn around and try to teach you something about how to be more materialistic. And then get a whole church full of people and teach you about the religion of materialism. And then say, this is what success is. Thank you, God. Now I'm thinking about where the title God comes from, like the barbarians, right? So now, to avoid the lockdown, the Romans, Remus and Ramus, before they became Roman, they had the help of the dog, DOG. And when they mated with the dog, they breeded dog men, dog children, and these different things that are called lichens in the movie. And they were like gods. Why? Because they were ferocious, nigga. They tore a new ass called a werewolf. They were like gods. So the dog became God. And I had the photos. I had the photos, man. And so when the germ man hooked up with the road man, he said the Romans are God. They got God. And so when the Roman looked up at the sky, he howled at the what? The moon. Ooh, I like that. When the Roman, part of his human nature, looked at the sun, he said, ooh, that's too hot, motherfucker. I'm getting burnt. But I like it. So they were ferocious in the day, and they were ferocious in the night, i.e., good and evil. And in that decision of what was good and evil between the night and the day, they made it beautiful. And they made it no business when they learned from the Persians, who became logical. Oh, we'll make a calendar of our own. Because we are God now. In our image, Jesus, Muhammad, Isa, Mason. We know who the original man is, but since they use God for everything, we reserve the right to put our niggas and niggettes, clowns and clowntastics, in prison and make them slaves because they like our doggy dog style. Thank you, Snoop. They like our kids, i.e., do not sacrifice your children to what? The goat? Don't kids and goats synonymous? And babies and man and woman are synonymous. But you sacrifice your kids to the goat. See how this story started developing the lockdown? Why you're going to be locked down? And when the Exodus comes, why you're not coming? White or black Israel. And if there was no J for Jew, you might want to look up the word Y-E-W, you. And then when it became America, it became Y-O-U, you. So you clown and you people, or Jew people, don't take my word for it. Research it. Now, said the word took on flesh, right? The word was God. Okay. The word was with God. Okay. And the word was God. What happened? The word wasn't good no more. Remember? In the beginning, it was all good. That was the word. Word, 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 word for word. In the beginning, it's all good. That was the word. Be fruitful and multiply. That was the word. Now the word's all fucked up. Now it became flesh. Now you niggas use your flesh self to determine what's good and evil, what's right and wrong. Y'all hear that? The lockdown. I am Hosea Omar. We're not going to get this anywhere else. I know because we researched it and made sure that we're not to say what anybody else is saying, share what anybody else is sharing, let alone teach what anybody else is teaching. And I always said, what's new? Tell us what's new. We don't want to hear nothing we already know. Get the picture. This wasn't supposed to be no whole hour thing, man. But I guess this is where the Spirit has me to tell you. And we did swallow the scroll. I'm not playing with you guys, man. This is the man of the day. I don't want to make, I don't want to say nothing. Because I don't know nothing. I ain't been nowhere fleshly. That's why I don't try to do what's good and bad. See, in my flesh and me, I'm not telling you what's good or bad because I can't tell you what's good or bad in your life. And I don't have heaven or hell to put you in. But I can tell you my experience and hope and what I see and leave it there. And then point to the creator of life and say, hey, that's where I got mine from. And then point to his creation, the sun, moon, and stars, where we tap into the frequency as a tool, not to be worshipped. I've never seen a carpenter worship his hammer. I see them buy different hammers because they like the way the hammer works, and they're masters with that hammer. But to actually worship and say, hey, this is my hammer, God. I've never seen it. I've never heard it. So I'm not saying it's not out there, but this is for the end this up. The Exodus is coming, we told you years ago. The Exodus is not a color thing. It says, I poured my spirit out on all flesh. Dog, cats, fish, and all that, or what? Flesh too. In fact, they call you either vegan or flesh eater. You see, I poured out my spirit on all flesh. So vegans, cut the flesh eaters a break, please. This war about who's eating flesh and who's not eating flesh, please chill out. He said, I will pour my spirit out on all flesh. See, that means no matter what you do, what you eat, what you're going through, my spirit is there, and it's your choice to pick my spirit up and use it. That's it. And those who choose to use my spirit for righteousness and to glorify me, that they may live in this life and in the next, they will come with me. They will be sealed with that in their mind, their heart, and their actions, and their language and their deeds. And they don't have to go around shouting, "Come on, hey, look at me." It's just, you'll see it. You'll know it, you'll feel it, and you'll go research it, and then you'll become part of that. That is the gathering. There is no shouted about, and, hey, ringing a bell on, hey, we're over here. The salvation is over. It doesn't work like that. Somebody lied, family. All right, somebody lied. And that's part of the lockdown, too. Speaking of lockdown, I had this vision, right? I'm in the spirit, and I know we're in water. The spirit's covered, submerged in water. All right? I know its ark was above the water, but this spirit was in the water. I guess everything just gets flooded. I don't know. I didn't see it, so I'm not going to elaborate on it. I'm not going to even try to make up a story or assume. I'm not going to do that. Waste of time. Let me tell you what I did see, like I'm looking at the screen. It's a spirit, and it has beams going over it, like, the beams going through it. And I didn't notice a floor. I didn't think there was a floor. I just noticed there was some beams, and the beam was wood beams too. Door frame was made of wood. My brain wanted to get descriptive, but I'm not going to do that. That has said too much um, illusionary illusions to people's minds when they watch it, so I don't want to do that either. Just keep it simple. It's in this beam. There's a door. There's something else in the middle, like a chest, I believe. Now I'm thinking about it. You know what? Yeah, there's a chest there. All these years, I couldn't get that. Okay, that's what that is. I'm in a sphere. There's a wooden beam going over it. There's a wooden door. I know there's water because I can hear it. There's something like a chest in front of me because to the right of the chest, there's three spirits. And I can feel the spirits' energy as if they were young. shadow, 3 shadow dots. There's an older one that came to my right. And I can feel the fear. I said to them, if the Most High is with me, with us, I'm going to open this door. And if the water come in and take me, close it back. Right? And I'm feeling the emotion right now. I'm feeling it. I'm like, you know what? I'm innocent. I'm not saying I'm innocent as far as not going through shit like you guys. I'm not saying that part. I'm innocent for that arguing about going through it. Like I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? When you understand, it's like this. When you put a seed in the dirt and you get to go through all that pressure of the dirt so I can smoke my weed and feel relaxed, that's me. I'm going through all this dirt. So when you puff off my spirit, you better relax and see things different. Be relaxed. Not high up, not excited, not depressed, not fiend. Now come on, oh, I need some more of him. I need more of it. No, it's just okay. Cool. All right, what's up? So I'm like, all right, I'm not cool. Fuck it. That's what I said. This how I know. It's like it's nothing like when you find out that when you know what you know what? Here's the defining moment. Fuck it. That's why I live for that. It's now and never. This is it. It's it. And all this going through me, right? I open the door. Boom. Hey, it's 12 steps. Which steps? I'm looking at it. I look up and I see what I'm seeing now here out the window. But there wasn't no sun. Everything was beautiful, man. Oh, I seen the crystal lake, the crystal river. Oh my goodness. When you look into the crystal lake, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you what I saw, what I know, what I know, what I know. I'm quite sure if any of you have went to a little lake in your neighborhood or if you ever lived in the suburbs, there's a little stream, and you look there, and you can see the little tadpole. That ain't got shit on it. You can actually see that the fibers that's in the mud that the tadpoles eat, that they, oh my goodness, it was detailed like you could not get no high definition, man. Every single thing was defined, pure. Every color, tree, bark. I seen a young eagle sitting there. That kind of freaked me out. Young eagle. He was gray. He was young. Um, in the distance, I seen two gray mountains, two mountain points like two titties, where you got your little head in the middle, her face halfway in the water, and I just looked and all with no sun. It was just oh, my, oh my goodness, it was just awesome. So lockdown. It's sad to watch. You ever had, I don't know, it fixed emotions for me. Give me not say. Because I absorb stuff. Everything I see, I absorb that. That's what I try to say to myself and away from other people. Because once I absorb you, nothing you can tell me. No. Okay, let's stop. Why did it stop? Oh, lost my connection. All right, let's call it there. This is just us. Thanks for watching. But when you're watching these people chase the wind, literally chase the wind, and I don't mean the WIND. I mean the WIN, chasing the wind. And then when they catch the wind, they say, "Hey, I'm a winner," and it slides right through their hands, gone. Then they get up the next day, they chase another one. I get the win. Boom. Goes right through their hands again. And so every second that I look and I talk to the 24 elders, which is each hour of the day, 12 hours night, 12 hours day, all good, all the time. That's why time is my friend. I don't keep up with my friends. We are responsible, right? So as I'm sitting here with time, I'm saying, wow, they spend their life going around in circles. Now it makes sense why they have the Ouroboros, where the serpent eats its own tail. Because it's saying that America, or the snakes of America, meaning the people, the brood of vipers, the Babylonians, which swore an oath to the Babylonians, and then tell you it's a mystery cult. I guess it would be. Apocrypha. It. That's the language, my friend, who's ever watching. One word tells a whole story. If you read the story and ignore the word, i.e., the word of God, or the word that became flesh, or the word that is still spirit, you'll never get the story. It'll always be his story and not the word. Because the word has power, not the story. You tell me the story all day, but if the words don't have no power behind the story, oh well. What did he say? You're like, who that? But we're watching these people literally, watching these people literally put themselves in the trap. And they made a song, they made a genre called trap music. Listen to this. Real shit. You want to chime in? You can get in if you want. What's the way I can get you in here? I'd like to get you in here if you want to. Let me see. See if I can get you in here. You know, let me see. Anyway, you want to get in, man, hit me up. You know, I think there's a chat here too. Let me see. I think there's a chat here. I'll say so. Okay, I'll just send it. There you go. Because this is real life. This is not a personal thing. This is what I'm seeing across the globe. We've been on here for over 15, 20 years. So the picture is this. when you watch TV and you go out society and you're seeing what Black American culture or energy is doing to the whole world. Example: when rap came out, wasn't no crack cocaine. When hip hop came out, no rap. When rap came out, it wasn't about drugs. It wasn't about none of that shit today. It was everything about the plight of the Afro-Asiatic. Afro meaning natural. Asiatic man from the rising sun. Cool. And this rap music breeded Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, stuff like that. Because we was always rapping, meaning talking to each other. We was always talking in poems, more or less. And they changed that heavenly language to Ebonics and demonized it. So now, I got timelines. So I have to get these timelines accurate. When they found out that these guys was getting together and gathering, this breeded the movement. This breeded African Bambaataa, tribe called Quest. Uh, this is before Run DMC. Before this breeded people like Run DMC, KRS-One, Poor Righteous Teachers. These ones took rap and made it hip hop with crack cocaine. Straight up. Go back in your memory. Look at what was going on at the time. When we was rapping, we was Afro-Asiatics. We became hip hop. We became African Americans. Now you're a hip hop rapper. They put them all together. That rap as in speaking culture. But now they took the hip hop drugs and made you go get gold chains, Adidas, Pumas, a Kango, a big radio, LL. So their children to what? Masons, the GOAT, Alpha Zeta, Mega Psi Phi, Farrakhan, Malcolm, not Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, W.D. Du Bois, Mr. Valentino, Dr. Malachi York. All of them became what? Oath takers to Nimrod. Their oath has always been to Babylon. And for that, the Most High did what? Scattered them. He took the same niggas to a smaller portion of them and said, you know what? I'm gonna name these other niggas that tribe. I'm gonna name them Israel. And there's other parts I'm gonna name them Ishmael. And then they breed and got worse. What's your name now? Blacks across the globe. You're just black. That's it. You don't reflect your God light. And that's for market. That's the market. And we're gonna lock that down now. That's why the Palestinian rules the planet. Because now I'll make a video. Yeah. You can cross. And so that's why the black is cursed across the globe. And black is a curse. All you black people are cursed. I'm not black, obviously. And my thoughts, action, deeds is not black. I reflect the light. Because that's what I'm supposed to do. PYE. Just like you. So it's not a personal thing to reflect light. Because I want you to reflect light so I can get suntan. So I don't want you being black. And I don't want you being white either. Because I want you to absorb some knowledge. And white don't do nothing to them. All they want to do is reflect. It's called chauvinistic. Chauvinism. And being black is knowledge. You are now like everything that's good. Oh shit. Wrong button. Maybe took the wrong cord. Get my charger for my computer. I didn't take nothing out of nothing. The only thing I took was the cord out the TV off the wall. Okay, now that's okay. Oh, that's something. Oh, sweet, you like to clean up all the time. What up? My fault, for me. Just put this in real quick. Which one of these breads is the one? All right. I'm gonna be. Are you? I'm Shorty's claim. Yeah, OCD claim. She pick up everything. She don't like that man around. Anyway, so these goats, where it says in Leviticus, do not sacrifice don't sacrifice your children to these goats who they prostitute themselves to. And it's greatest of all time. Goat. Who's riding the goat? All this snake stuff. Belly dancing. And pork in the form of belly dancing. Even the pagan Arabs did what? Belly dance. Hawaii, belly dance. We're not saying that it's bad or good. We're just talking about being locked down. And who's causing lockdown? And the thought process and the magic spell and the gospel that's in it. And those that claim to be Judah, they're part of it too. Because they refuse to teach that it was Joseph who sat at the right hand of God. Not Jesus, not sure, not Jason. We'll use the word Joseph or Joseph. He sat at the right hand of God. Why? Because the king of Egypt was God to the people. The Pharaoh was God to the people, literally. And Joseph sat at the right hand of God, literally. You know what they did? They put Jesus, Jason, Yeshua, at the right hand of God on earth and in heaven. Why? Because the king of Egypt and the Pharaoh of Egypt enjoyed the information when they sun gazed that rock, i.e., me and my father is one. That's what that meant. And those watching, they don't have a clue. Somebody, they don't have a, they don't have a clue. Not one clue, man. Not one. And then Jacob, the creator's friend, Jacob, his own self, told him that Judah is going to lock you down. He's going to sell you into slavery. Not the pale skin, not the dog man, not the white man, not the federal government. It's gonna be your own fucking people. And if you follow Judah now, Ephraim and Manasseh, you know who you are in spirit. You're gonna fall just like in the prophets, that days of the prophet Hosea. Idol worshiping. That's what we're doing right now to this very day. Idol worshiping is so high right now. Sodom and Gomorrah is so high right now. It's way worse than what it was back then. From when I watched reading history books. They're doing nothing compared. Babylonians is doing nothing compared to what y'all doing now. And they had the technology as well. Their purpose just wasn't the same as yours today. It was Judah, the so-called black man, the Kemet. You motherfuckers put us in a hole, locked us down, sold us to the pagan heathen, the pagan Arabs, i.e., you kill all the prophets, you kill all the messengers. You know why? Because that's the seed of Joseph. That's what Judah do. That's what Israel does. I even sent them photos of in the scriptures where the researchers themselves, I had to piggyback off some other research. I like to share people's research and then add in what I already researched myself and put them together hand in hand. Okay, this is what we found, not what I found, what we found. That everybody in Israel is named after a fucking animal except for Joseph. And why did Jesus curse the vine? He cursed Joseph. Judah is the lion, but Joseph is the vine of Israel, who has the fruits of the abyss as below and earth and heaven. Give it to him by Jacob and the Most High, Yah, the living God. Why did Jesus curse the vine? That was Joseph. Why did he curse the fig tree? That was Israel. No fruit. So the children of Leah ain't fruitful. We're talking about the children of Rebecca. Israelites get children of Rebecca on lockdown again. And they selling us into slavery. Selling our IDs, PUAs, setting us up for no reason. We them good brothers. We them original Hebrew Muslims. The ones y'all call dying young. I.e., kill the firstborn Hebrew children. Because the seed of Joseph is coming up out of there. Hey, Judah, you gonna help us kill your brother? Absolutely. I'm a lion, nigga. Arr. I get milk for teeth and wine for blood, nigga. Arr. I'm the lion of Judah. Hear me roar. Arr. Get the roster people off that shit. Arr. Selassie, we abusing the shit out of Judah. Will destroy his own brother. And the rest of the Israelites. That's why you hear about these Israelite camps arguing and fighting with the next motherfucker. And they were all wrong. Not because I said it, but the fact that they arguing with each other. They tear their own houses apart. One take one brick, the other one take two. The one is fighting with them both, they taking 3 bricks out of both their ass. While the other one's taking 6 bricks out of his ass. Everybody taking a brick out of somebody else's house watching each other collapse. And what's crazy about this lockdown is the Most High told him in Revelation, he said this: the people who got my spirit or have my name on their forehead. Like Windows is on your computer and Android is in your cell phone. But the Most High will be in your forehead, your program. And they will get new names. They get a new operating system. They'll get new memory chips, new consciousness. They'll have new functions, new purposes, and they'll learn to absorb data and things of that for my glory, for my matrix. This is good here. I am that I am. I am perfect. I am the nine. That's why we do this. A pinky swear. I am the nine. I am that I am. Every fucking morning. In fact, this is what perfection did to the fake niggas. Starting with your Bible. At 9 a.m., at the third hour, or before third hour, what was that word? 3. Mind, body, and soul was the third hour. Mind, body, and soul. And he had a chance. Let this cup pass me, or do I have to go? I'll go. He wasn't talking to the Most High. He was talking to something else. Mind, body, and soul in that third hour. Perfection came in that third hour. And that third hour was 9 a.m. If you change the 9 into an I, take the dots out of the a.m., I am, nigga. Kill that bitch. I am the perfect God. Don't play with me. Don't use me in vain. He killed that nigga. And the one that he was really talking to raised him back from the dead, called Orcus, the prince of the undead. So that means you will live without God like Cain did. You will not forever, for all eternity. And you will rise with Jesus. No, it's cool. Come on, baby. Come on, go get it. I can't see on that side. But she ain't dressed. No, our sister is. There you go. Yeah. The prince of the undead. See, once the spirit of Most High is out of you, if you get back up, that's not the Most High. That's Orcus. Just like that Mercury and Venus. There's a planet, dwarf star called Orcus. It's a destructive planet of dead, planet of the dead. Literally. Because if Mars is the god of war from Rome, and what Orcus is to Rome if that ain't Jesus. I mean, the God of Jesus and his father and his son. I am a father in one. With me, I come back with the keys of death. I am undead. Only through me will you be able to live. Meaning, when the Most High come up out of you, instead of you going to your place where the Most High has already set you, he said, I'll bring you with him. And you can go back to the abyss and to the earth without God or without your judgment and roll with him. And what you do for all eternity with Orcus is hate life. And when you look at people, and you have to say, I see Jesus, Orcus, in all religions. Christianity, no matter what color skin you are, Jew, black or white. Now everything that is of good or of life is hated. We posted that for many months, years. Nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to have these dialogues. We decoded the whole book. We decoded all of it. We see the whole thing. We get the whole big picture now. And I guess with that comes great responsibility, right? Which is cool. But understand this. Ten Commandments, live them, practice them. After you get them down on an autopilot, add the 42 laws of Ma'at. They intertwine, they help you to remember or to improve on your lifestyle in the Ten Commandments. The 42 laws of Ma'at are not bad, they're not good. They're moral codes that we developed and used when we were in Egypt. Because Egypt is not our family, but Mizraim, the original people of Mizraim, the original people of Cush. Those are our cousins and our families. The original man of these tribes, not the Greek Egyptian. Those are the nations. Those are the thieves. Those are the deceivers who, with the Moors and the Moabites and the Hittites, Esau, Edom, and all the darkies, because the Palestinians call you darkies, you were cooning with each other, and now you're cooning with the Palestinians. Every time somebody talk about you being in the Palestinians, as soon as we say the Palestinians is outdid you, now we're the coon. That's funny. Black man, black master teacher, black uh, grand dragon, whatever the fuck that is. We come up with a fake one. That's the music. So this lockdown, the spiritual lockdown, that we always before our experiencing the spiritual famine. Nobody wants to live the Ten Commandments and create a city vote. Well, people who live strictly Ten Commandments, not religiously, just the 10. Thou shalt not steal, keep the most high. Just play some basic shit. The lockdown is part of we're watching white and black people enjoy the suffering of the original people who created rap, make it a mockery, instead of using the money that that rap had always intended for it to be used for, which is to build community and praise God, use the commandments. Y'all took it to build mansions and live like the beast. The beast is not bad. The system is not bad. The system is created strictly for you. They're in their process, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and I enjoy it. What I'm not enjoying is watching the denial of people who choose to play with the beast, i.e., dance with the devil. This is a choice. And that's a wonderful thing to see people exercise their choice. But nonetheless, this lockdown is that the heart and soul of rap, R-A-P, rapping, jive talk, uh, Tahiti, the word Tahiti, the word copaesthetic, that language came out of that. Bitch, ho, I'ma kill you, fuck that bitch, nigga this, I'm a white, da da da. That wasn't our language. That wasn't the language of motherfucking rap. Tahiti and fuck you nigga are not synonymous. Copaesthetic and I don't trust a motherfucker is not synonymous. When we say it was Tahiti, that means it was right. That's why I use the language solid ink, because solid. When the brother said it was solid, it was solid. You gonna owe $1,000,000. And motherfucker wanted his money right now. And I said, hold, man, chill out, man. He's solid. The killer who won't hear that shit, when motherfucker said you solid, he'll hold out on his man because he believed in it. Because the person is telling him that you're solid is solid. That's why I made it solid ink. Everything I write and say is solid. You research that shit, find out for yourself, and check up off that motherfucker, man. Take the paperwork. So that's not rap. That's some other shit. And so now what's happening is everybody's going to jail, prison, waving guns, drugs, money, all this self worship, all this self idolatry. But when you go to jail, when you're on your way to go abuse somebody's psyche about how much money you got and how successful you are, when you're on your way there and you're promoting your success and how good you're doing, you this and you that, and thank God, da, da, da. But you ain't said shit about wisdom because you ain't got none. And you on your way to court the next day or child support, da, 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 and you come out talking about the white man ain't fair. The black man can't get a break. The black people this and the black people that. And, shut the fuck up. Wheel of Fortune is not on TV, and Price is Right on is not on TV still for no motherfucking reason. Bob Barker, let me tell you about Bob Barker got draws and soap in y'all penitentiary for the Price is Right. Because for the right price, you can get a nigga in jail. You get him for the right price, we get him to promote going to jail. We get him to get your whole community to go to jail for the right price. Here's the fortune in it. The Price is Right. You go to jail, you get this money, right? You got the money, right? You get the money. You get the money. All right. I'm watching everybody's a millionaire now. Millionaire up, or so-called black people. Not one or two got together and went and bought freedom on the books. Nobody, not one went and got together and took 5 to 10 million that they paid on that mansion or that chain. Sweetie, why you yelling? Spiritual whatever it's been. That's my man, but that's my mofo. Anyway, wonder why when they get to court with their Jew lawyer, they still get sold out. Oh yeah, I got money. I got a rich lawyer. I paid him this and this and that to beat this case. No, the fuck you didn't. You're black. That's my hustle to keep you thinking that you're the man to pay for a lawyer like me. That's my business. Then I'm supposed to keep you excited about my business. This is why I charge so much money an hour. I'm not your motherfucking friend. I just made a deal with this motherfucker about your raggedy ass. And the Jew lawyer sits back, giggling his ass off, knowing that you're never gonna get no further than where you at. And if you make it into politics, that ain't shit. That's part of the business. Politics is business in America. Politics is not a moral thing. Politics is not a thing we say, hey, my grandfather was the governor of the United States and my dad is the sheriff of the. No, he's a fucking servant of a corporation. He's there to protect my shit, says Satan and the devil. And you're there to make sure that my dogs and my bitches, aka my white bitch and my black bitch, my designer dog and my pit bull. Then I get my black and white niggas. You see the story? This is called look at the history of the wild man. And the pictures of the dog, Saint Christopher was supposed to be a man with the head of a dog. Real wolf likings. I'm telling you, this is real history. It sounds crazy, but go on my page, go on my Facebook, or my YouTube. My YouTube videos. That's why a lot of my YouTube videos or marathon, because the shit that we share with you guys seems so far fetched that I have to each thing that I mention in a storyline in itself is 45 minutes to an hour. Proving to you, showing you the research and the locale and the people who can verify these things to show you that this shit is going down. And black and white excellence is a lockdown. Look at concentration camps. Look at the word concentration. The world is concentrated on looking good. Now you have the death camp. Because now what? People are looking good, dying. People are concentrated on death. Because to live without the Most High and the Ten Commandments is death. So now we live in a death cult and a concentration on being black or being white. Being a black, white, rich, wealthy, master, god, goddess, whatever title that fits their fancy. That's the mission in this death cult. This is the life of the undead. This is the life of the zombie. When you watch the movie, this is where a motherfucker do you wrong, and you say, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to do anything to you. But I just want to know, I just want to know, how do you feel about doing me wrong? Or how do you feel about doing this person wrong? How does that make you feel? Like you start to get the question. There's that time where you just don't get upset. You don't have any emotion. You just become inquisitive. You just become an instant inquisitor. You become a journalist like that. You start taking mental notes. You start making room for shit on your heart now. On the tablets of your heart. You have to ask these folks, how do you feel now? What does that do? What type of high is that? And watch them get angry. Oh, motherfucker, I'll beat you the fuck up. I'll kill you. You're black like me and you ain't this and you guilty too. That's not the question. That's not I'm not inquiring about that. I'm inquiring about what I'm inquiring about. Don't flip the script or the table. I was asking. I've watched this. I've seen it. I've heard it. I'm familiar with it. And I'm asking you, them, or they, not they, but them over there, how does that make you feel now? Big ups to Mary Ed Gainey here in Pittsburgh. But I listen to words, right? I listen to words and analyze in my head, go through them, get the pictures of every word. You see if that's what you want. Well, I heard him say downtown Pittsburgh, we're going to fight for the rights for the gay, the lesbian, the transgender in the city. They can have equal this and blah, blah, blah. I didn't hear equal rights for the black man or woman too. I didn't hear that. What I'm hearing across the globe in all social medias and construct that if the so-called black man and black woman do not take their gang bang, hoe money, drug money, slash I look good money, slash rap money, slash wherever the fuck you get your money and go into that motherfucking government building and drop them 50 million before they change that currency, you're gonna be fucked. Remember who told you? That's the prophecy for you niggas. That's the whole story in a nutshell. I'm getting tired of sitting here. Mr. Chair hurt my ass. I done got upset now. Really. I really cut to the chase. Before they take away all that green money, and it's gonna be worth nothing. You better take that motherfucking money, black man and black woman, no matter how rich or poor you think you is, and you motherfuckers better get together, like LGB did. The black and white people found a common platform that was to be queer. And matter of fact, Pittsburgh said they got their first black queer woman in government. You hear that shit? It's getting worse. First, you had the black gay president, first black African American gay president. You see how you're going down black history, black culture, black. They're going down. It's going. The house is burning. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King told Harry Belafonte, "I integrated the black people into a burning building," and basically he said, "I fucked up." And now here's the perpetual. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. They're dancing in the fire. That's the story. Welcome to hell on earth. Black is a curse. But it was James Brown. Say it loud. I'm in hell and I'm proud. Say it loud. I don't absorb. I don't reflect shit. Say it loud. When you see that song from James Brown, I'm black and I'm proud, but used with black meaning, and they say I'm proud. I don't reflect light, and I'm proud. I don't reflect no knowledge, and I'm proud. I'm black, and I'm proud. Death meaning I'm I'm proud. Without light, I'm proud. Without love, I'm proud. Matter of fact, I don't need nobody. That's how prideful I am. Fucking devil. Remember, y'all said the black man was the first man on the planet. So the black man is the first man that cursed God to his face and said, "I'm God, nigga. I'm gonna be like you. I'm gonna rise to the heavens and down to the earth and go the fuck I want to." So much that you breeded your own kind of people. And now they look like you. Except now they're called pale skins or white. And you hate the fact that your wanna be God shit, your pride, which made you a slave to your own creation. Sucks to be you. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Come on. Say it loud. Oh, don't forget the designer wear, baby. Oh, just like authentic. Ballistic.com. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Like y'all say, black supremacy, right? Black supremacy. I'm supreme in my pride. What you mean? I'm God. My woman's a goddess. Yeah, we worship the sun, moon, and stars. We can tell the time. We got voodoo. We got all types of magic going on here, motherfucker. Because we gods right here. That's black history, black culture. That's the black mentality. That's the pride. Because that's what I say. What? The pride come before what? The shit. I'm black and I'm proud. Now finish the other song. I'm scared of the downfall. White daddy, save me. White woman, save me. I have all this money and all this land and planet, and my God won't answer my prayers. Will you please save me? Will you stop beating me, white daddy? I'll suck your penis and your titties and watch your babies. I'll go to your Greek schools and learn your. I'll be a good Alpha Zeta. I'll be a good Mason. Oh, yes, I will. I'll be a good little dog. I'll be a good little bitch. And I'll teach my children to be puppies and kids and how to ride the goat. And we'll stick our penis in all the little sheets and all the little babies. I got you. Case in point. See what happens when you act like that? Mama. The woman gonna say something. You fucking my shit up. That's the story. Ah, goodness. Black and proud. Huh? Well, pride comes before the downfall. Hope y'all got some weed, popcorn, coffee, and a glass of wine. Sit back and watch this shit go down. They call it minding your business. That's what they call it. They call it minding your business. You ain't mad, you ain't happy. You just get to watch it. But as you're telling them, don't go that way. Don't do that. Try this. Matter of fact, don't take my word for it. Research. Matter of fact, how about this? I'll tell on myself first. I'll tell on my guilt first. And I'll tell you how I was able to forgive myself, how people were able to forgive me, trust me again. I was able to trust other people. I was able to not put materials and money and stuff before my heart and other people's trust. And this is how I did it. And I don't expect you to do it how I did it, but you can customize it your way through your process, your time and space. And according to your time. And if time is your friend, you won't have to keep up with it. See? So that's a universal logic. This is not personal for me. This is a logical thing that's universal. We can take that on any planet, anywhere, and it will line up. Like 1 plus 1, which is another one. That's 3 ones. Anyway, uh, in closing, because this wasn't even supposed to be 2 hours. I don't even know how this became 2 hours. But I pray that somebody felt something in this. We pray that y'all heard something in this. Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to speak to your children. Sorry that we didn't ask for permission first. But we did say thank you when we woke up. We did ask you what you want for us to do today. We ask that you confirm this video. We ask you to confirm this word, confirm your words. We ask that you reveal to them what is their portion. Um, you're the best architect. You're the best story. You determine who lives or dies. So in saying that, we just ask that you um, just confirm this video. So that I keep that in. But also, may the most high keep y'all safe and bless you guys as you go to and from your destination. America is the new zombie world. It is La La Land. It is the the Wiz with Don Rosin. It is the Wizard of Oz. We forgot what that lady's name is. With the costumes in it. This is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. This is what it is. Matter of fact, you could call Atlanta, Georgia, the chocolate city. Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, Georgia, chocolate city. It's no wonder that it has the highest rate of black transsexuals and homosexuals. And I'm mentioning this is this so-called black man was not in his nature to be like that. When they say anything better good against the transgenders, because they were from a different DNA. They were from a different. They are created different, like wood and stone. It's different. They both build houses, but they're different. In the pale skin DNA, and in their creative purposes in nature, they are androgynous. They are male and female. That's why they don't have no distinction between male and female because it's not in them. They are male and female. They are self-produced. That's why they call it the germ and German. German. Not ger man, but germ and. The word and as in Anunnaki, anonymous, and is a word as in on in Egypt. And on, up, it, ooh, up, you know. That's what you ooh, up, ooh, up, up, up. They think that's funny. But it's called I get this thing called jibber jabber. And it's the total opposite. I might post it on Facebook or Instagram sometime. Yeah, I think I will. Check it out on Facebook, Hosea Bay, and Instagram at Banter Black, BANTABLAXX on Instagram or Twitter. Also, if any of y'all come across a Gmail or anything under BLAXXXANDEL, Black Candle, that is a stolen page and everything associated. They've been stolen for years and bought houses across the country and over the UK because the children get family in the service. And so they're stolen, mess up our ID. Our keep taking our EIN number, thinking it's me, but it's not. And so that's why I'm in these certain conditions and environment. And I can't get nothing going on, can't get no credit. But and so because we don't live for fame or nothing like that, it's the fact that we needed that to get these projects started. Because my desire really for every neighborhood, in every city, there should be nobody homeless. Because so many people have died from coronavirus and are dying. Um, these people who are on drugs need jobs and housing. And then they need that. They're like children again. It's like this. It's like you're either going to be here home with us, or we're going to send you literally to the wolf pack. We're going to literally send you to the shark, i.e., the Greco-Roman courts. We're going to send you to the outer courts, where the rapists, the thieves, and the dogs and the sorcerers live. And you can't come back in. You can't come back in. And that's the way it's been set up. As a matter of fact, I even had a vision of it, more or less, when I was in the center court. So, what else? In closing. So that's what is going on right now. As far as the results, the actions. Somebody was on our ID for many, many years. And because our shit's impeccable, we don't owe any debt to anybody, always been responsible. We never got credit cards and things like that and try to buy stuff. We don't come out here and make videos of doing something that we're not. And everything in our video that we had, we either traded in for something better or it's part of the growth process to have something new. And we're firm believers here at capitalism.com that never hold on to something. You enjoy it, share it, let it go so somebody else can enjoy it. It's called hand-me-down. I love hand-me-down. Man, some of the best stuff. Some of the best. Some hand-me-downs got me to some of the best positions in life. So, and saying that, we're gonna close this out. Everybody said they love you. Some folks say, "I'm gonna love you." Keep everything one funky. We say here, if they can't keep it 100, at least keep one funky. And we out.